Hey, just having a little cocktail, and as I was drinking this cocktail, I was thinking, you know what would be kind of cool? To do a video about boozy and seductive fragrances. Okay, actually, I'm lying. I'm doing a collab about boozy and seductive fragrances, and I just thought I'd get in the mood with a little cocktail. Is that too much? Too much? Okay. Anyway, this is a collab with some old friends and some new friends that you're gonna see come up right now, and I am kind of excited because I always love when you do collabs like this, the other people's takes on this whole, subject. So the subject is boozy and seductive fragrances, and I'm going to share 5 boozy and seductive fragrances out of my collection, affordable and some kind of luxury and niche ones, something for everybody's pocket. So because being boozy and seductive should not have anything to do with price but vibe. So anyway, make sure that you watch all of the links are in the description box to everybody that's in this collab, and please make sure that you go and watch their videos and support them and tell them that I sent you there, and hope you enjoy this boozy and seductive video. See you later. All right, so let's talk about some boozy and seductive fragrances. When I approached this, I wanted to give you all a good, I wanted to make sure that I had a little variety, didn't do the same thing, talk about the same ones that I always talk about. But some of them, I just love. So anyway, let's start off with Cantos Mirabelle. Mirabelle. This one right here is just so sexy. So it's like if you were sitting at home and it's a cold winter night, maybe you have a fireplace, maybe you don't, but you cuddle up and you're hanging out and just being with each other, and then you wearing this because it's kind of got this like warm vibe to it. It's very, very sexy, but in a warm, chill kind of vibe. This is very sophisticated, but very much so that you could be at home. This is like that home chill sexy. This is when you're gonna be giving off that sexy vibe with a little booziness, but still showing that you got this like, sweet, seductive, comforting vibe. Because you are your partner's comfort, and even though you're comfort, you still are sexy and seductive. And that's what Mirabelle says right there. All right, now this one right here is one of my favorites because and I know that everybody knows about it by now since last summer, but this is Dancing Roses, and this is my cherried liquored up rose. This is very spring, summery. Now summertime you can't wear too much of it, but it just feels like a cocktail. This is definitely a like rosy cocktail. So this is my happy, seductive, boozy fragrance, because when I wear this, it's kind of like uplifting. It's very happy. It's very cheery. It's like if you were going out hanging out with friends and you wanted to have like a very cheery, happy vibe, but still a little seductive and a little bit different because it's got that booze in it. So that's Dancing Roses. All right, this is for my flirtatious, flirty, boozy, seductive, and this is Parfait de Roses by Maison Lancôme. This is aldehydes. This has got, it's got the booze in it. It's got the vibe to it. But what this is a very flirtatious, very girly, very feminine, yet it has that bite of booze in it. So it makes it, so it takes it to this level where it says, okay, it takes away the innocence from this fragrance and make sure that you understand, I'm flirty, I'm romantic, I'm girly, but I'm no innocent. Then next up is this one. This is Precious Oud by Mancera. Now y'all know almost every video that I can do, I can pull out a Mancera for any, almost any
collection I can do a Mancera. So this is Precious Oud. This one right here. This is sweet, seductive. It's got that whiskey accord in it. It's got tiramisu. So this right here, Precious Oud, is like the dessert you share when you're out on a romantic dinner. It's got this tiramisu vibe, and tiramisu is such a when I think of it, it's such a beautiful, you know, special dessert. So this is when you're going out and it's got that whiskey in it. So it's that, you know, you're having a little cocktails, you're having a little dessert, you're sitting there looking at each other, vibing, and you're wearing Precious Oud because you want to, you know, remind your lover when you leave of that evening that you are having, because this will remind them of the dessert and the conversation and just that whole vibe you all had going on. So this is Precious Oud. Finally, this one right here. This is Elizabeth Arden, Fifth Avenue Royale. Now, let me tell y'all, this is sleeper. Some people know about it, but I'm just trying, I keep trying to tell y'all about this one. This has got this kind of like raspberry liqueur vibe to it. Men love this on women. It draws them in. It's got just enough fruitiness, sweetness in it, and then it's got this hint of, you know, just a hint of booze to it, which is always kind of seductive. I'm just being real, you know. This reminds me of like, almost like, for real, like a French martini. And the reason why I say that is because a French martini is Chambord and vodka and pineapple juice. If you've never had a French martini, but this reminds me of a French martini on my skin because it's kind of got that vibe, like the raspberry and the alcohol vibe. And so so the reason why it probably holds dear to me, because I have been drinking French martinis forever. For years and years, that was my signature drink. I'd go out and get a French martini because everybody else is drinking apple martinis, and in Cosmopolitans, I drink French martinis. And so this fragrance reminds me of, you know, my younger days hanging out at a bar, drinking French martinis. And it was always, and you know, especially when you're single, it was always a conversation piece because most people don't know what a French martini is. So anyway, that's this. This is Elizabeth Arden, Fifth Avenue Royale. This is super inexpensive. I mean, I think this thing is like $20. You cannot go wrong. It lasts on you. It has a nice projection. It's a really, really beautiful scent at an affordable price. So that's my last boozy and seductive fragrance. All right. So let me get back to my cocktails. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Make sure that you watch all of the other videos. Make sure you check out everybody else. Hang out on their channels. Say hello to them. Oh, and let me know about your favorite boozy and seductive fragrances other than Angel Share, because I know everybody gonna tell me Angel Share, and I know it's boozy and wonderful, but I don't have it and I don't want to hear about it. Yeah, that was me being petty. Sorry. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And as always, you can give it a thumbs down. I'm cool with that too. As always, if you like hanging out here, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button on the way out. It's the polite thing to do, you know, because you're hanging out on my YouTube channel. All right, y'all. See you later. Cheers.